To some, she's double D. To others, she's a leader, a dynamic and visionary personality who inspires others to evoke responses and engage the senses. How can she help you color your events?
Hi, everybody. I hate creativity. And some of you who know me might be a little taken back with that. And the reason I hate creativity, which one of my colleagues said about 20 years ago, is that whenever you think of a creative idea, what comes with it is the obligation to find a solution to how to make it happen. How many of you have ever experienced the fear of executing a creative idea at one time in your life or another? It's not easy, and it's certainly not for the faint of heart. But all of you are charged with taking a message and turning it into a creative experience. And this is what you start with. Like artists who stand before a blank canvas, you stand before a blank slate. Our blank slates, the blank slates in the profession, are empty ballrooms or empty venues or a theater with a stage that has nothing on it. And that experience that you are responsible and you are charged with to create has to turn into something that is going to be an experience for people, that is going to make them remember that. How you look at it is all through your perspective. Now, I had a personal experience about fear and creativity when I was 12 years old. Because when I was 12 years old, I wanted to teach myself how to sew. And my parents at the time said, that's wonderful. You have to save your money from babysitting, which I did. My mother took me to the Singer sewing machine store. I bought a used machine. I came home and I was relegated to a folding table in the basement where I then proceeded to make clothes for myself, all through high school. But one Easter, I was making a purple suit, and it came to a point where I ran out of fabric for the lapel and the buttons, and I totally panicked, as any 12 or 13-year-old would do, ran upstairs to my mother, hysterical crying. It was the end of the world that I had nothing to wear that Easter. My mother took me into her room, opened a box, and gave me a piece of black velvet fabric that belonged to my grandmother, and she said, consider using this, which I did. And unbeknownst to me, at the end of the time, I had a beautiful Edwardian jacket to wear that Easter. So the fear was dissipated. Your responsibility with creativity is to appeal to the whole person, just like Maslow said. And if you look at the top of the hierarchy it needs, you see creativity along with play, which is what we're charged with in meetings and events. We don't plan meetings, we create communities, digital, physical, outer space communities that reach all different kinds of audience, and we do it through a floor plan that we call an agenda. And every single one of those little light bulbs that you see is an opportunity where you can connect the dots to create that experience and use your creativity in a way that evokes a response with your participants. No matter what you plan, could be a Thanksgiving dinner at home. And so, I have found in my life that working through the senses and appealing to different types of groups with types of sensory experiences is the most impactful. In fact, I have found that when I take out the jacket that I made when I was 12 years old and can still fit into it, I was either too big when I was 12 or I was too small or something, can't figure that out. That it reminds me that you can always overcome fear and creativity and turn it into something impactful that will last you forever. Thank you very much.